Fine. I had nothing to do with it.
Because Ed sucked, I had to start the whole video over again. Mm-hmm. So as I was saying, he asked about the folks when I walked in, and my mom and dad are doing great, thank you very much. And my sister bought a gift basket, we're recapping that.
Wow. Are you still with us? Don't go yet. The best is yet to come, really, I'm telling you. Just, can we have the wine
Speaking
now?
of, welcome to the August vintage August Classic Series of 2013, which is incredible stuff. We have some, I mean, these Rieslings, for one, are just incredible, which actually I got through you.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you did it.
Because you have some friends in the business.
Yeah, I was shocked when I got, and the thing that really annoys me is that he got it all. I didn't even get a case for myself.
Well, now you can pay my margins and get some for yourself.
Oh,
Isn't that great?
yeah, it's worth it. It's amazing.
You know, we're going back to our friends at Jeff Dye at Oak Grove, and I try not to repeat labels as best I can. Certainly, I've never featured this particular grape from this guy, but he just makes great wine all the time.
He really, when you consider the size of their operation and what they're doing, it's pretty amazing, you know.
And then to make a Petite Syrah, no less.
Well, you know, I've seen a lot more Petite Syrahs than I have earlier. I mean, like in the last few years.
You know, the thing I like about this one is it's softer. You know, sometimes Petite Syrahs jump out of the glass. They're really aggressive. They're hard to drink. I mean, we did that one Petite Syrah from, Opolo or something. That was like
I don't like this one.
sediment.
I'm not happy with it.
Again, all right, so. Is it corked?
No, it's fine. Actually, it's got a great nose. It's a really nice nose. You know, it's the problem with this grape is the same thing that happened to
It's so soft.
Zinfandel. You know, people didn't know what it was.
I'm going to taste this again because it's so soft on the palate.
Yeah, it is. And Petite Syrahs normally are tannic monsters, but you know they can't make that kind of a wine right anymore. So, cheers.
That's a 94 for me. I mean, I got tons of berries and I like the weight.
I do too. I'm going. God, I like a leg of lamb with this. And,
You know, we went to a restaurant the other night.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And for the first time, you didn't give it a rating, by the way.
93.
We
We didn't give them the prices either.
Oh yeah, $7.99 on the shelf. I forgot more.
$15.99 on the shelf, $7.99 in your home. Right where you want it.
For the first time on a menu, since we've talked about this before, I saw a sous vide dish, and it was a sous vide pork, and I can't remember where it was.
Where not at Rivera in downtown LA. Was
No,
it? Oh God!
Anyway.
I've had sous vide pork that's just out of this world.
it was really good.
I'll tell you what's amazing is vegetables. You just can't believe what the vegetables taste
The
like.
sous vide basically is Jolly Green Giant, right? Cooking in a pouch.
Yeah. If you really want to lower it to the common denominator.
But we went and saw your buddy Robert Simon at Bistro 45 that day, which was excellent.
Fabulous restaurant.
It was excellent.
Yeah.
The food was
well,
so good.
Ruro's a phenomenal restaurateur. He knows how to run a restaurant.
We just did small plates.
Oh yeah, they're doing
Which is,
that
he
now.
did a little bit of that. And then on the way out, he was sitting with his wife watching the ball game. So we sat for a little bit, had a drink, and watched the Dodger game. I didn't know he's such a baseball fan.
I didn't either. Wow. You know, these guys, it's just amazing. They could have done so much better with this wine if they'd had a different label and a different name.
Isn't it goofy? And this is not a cheap label, by the way. This is
I know.
foiled and it's embossed.
Right.
But this
In
is
spring. You know,
organic Colombard.
It sounds like one of those places that you go for a different lifestyle up in a mountain. Oh, I just spent a week at In Spring. Oh yeah. You know, yeah, and with my guru.
Oh.
And, oh my God.
It's
It's delicious.
I love the
stuff.
balance of this,
Yeah, it's
and the weight
delicious.
is great. And Colombard, you know, it used to be sort of a, right? You used to get the gallon jug from
Yeah,
Gallo's
right.
French Colombard, right?
Right.
But you can make quite elegant
Yeah,
wine,
but
which
one
this
of my
is.
favorite wines that we have featured all year was the Côte de Gascogne, which is Colombard and another household grape, Gros Man Sang, and that wine is just absolutely stunning.
What about Gros Man
Woman? Yeah.
Gros Man Grow. Is that what it is? I really like that. Actually, I want to keep drinking
That
this
is
wine.
so good.
This is a 96
I'm
for me,
96 in it too. I thought it was delicious.
It's a $15.99 on the shelf if you can find it because it's so obscure, and it's $6.99 for more, which is really kind of stealing it, really. But you know, if you look like this, who's going to buy it off the shelf?
Well, here, speaking of stealing it, I'll
Hey, easy.
just put it back in my pocket here. Okay, now, these guys I found kind of interesting.
Another really soft version of what could be a really harsh, smoky, overdone grape. And I really enjoyed this wine. I had it the other night. I brought it home for dinner.
Yeah,
It's
and
got
this,
that blueberry nose.
yeah, but it doesn't have that animal hair, which I get out of Syrah that I don't like. And I believe there's some Grenache in here too, but
Great balance, a little
Really?
acid in the finish, but wonderful. I took it home the other night. It was a great crowd pleaser. We had pork ribs with it. It was really good.
oh, yeah. I could see that.
Uncle Cal's famous barbecue pork.
I've only heard of Uncle Cal's famous barbecue pork ribs. I have not actually experienced them myself.
Actually, the other night I made the authentic recipe for Santa Maria tri-tip, but I didn't grill it. I indirectly roasted it on the barbecue, and it for about 3 hours. And I didn't trim any of the fat. Oh, man, it was so good.
But how did you control the temperature without it turning into a jerky?
Well, that's the thing. I keep it on low ends of about 250, 300.
Oh, it's a gas barbecue.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really barbecue. He
Well.
just has an outdoor oven. You know. That's,
No, but at the gas station,
barbecue.
okay, at the gas station at our local office here, there was a Louisiana sort of a 50-gallon drum thing,
Right.
with a smoker pellet thing on the side, and it was actually very reasonably priced at $9.75 because I put it on my phone and I came up at $1,200 all over the place. Why the gas station? Why the car wash is selling for $9.75? No.
Oh,
Called
you know,
Louisiana something.
well, this place sells bars. I mean, you
Well,
got a
that's
bar
true.
for sale, and and a craps table. So anything's possible here. This is really good. I'm going to do the 94 on this.
I go 95. I sold the craps table,
I know. I heard that.
which was very funny because the guy, I googled the guy's address that had it, that bought it.
Excuse me, just a minute. This is $7.99 in your house, $16.99 on the shelf. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
So anyway, I googled the guy's address. And I'm looking at it. It's one of those bungalows built, in the post-war, and
What?
it's tiniest little house from the front. I'm going, there's no way this craps table's fit in this guy's house. So my driver called me from there. He goes, the guy wants to put it like in a room the size of a bathroom. I said, it's a 13-foot craps table. So he finally just put it in the garage. I don't know what he was going to do with it, but.
You don't think he'd play craps, do you?
Well, no, you know what he said? This is what he said. He goes, I figured it'd be cheaper for me to buy this craps table, which he ended up spending about $3,000 to get it there and everything, and then lose the $3,000 not knowing what I'm doing when I get there. So now
That
he has,
makes sense to me.
Yeah, doesn't
yeah. I'm all over that. Okay, this is the Kloster Riesling. It's actually Peace Porter Mickelsburg, which is a single vineyard in the Mosel, which is arguably the best place in the world to grow Riesling. But the nose on this is just magnificent. I mean, it's just got.
I don't think would in generally, if you were to walk into a store or even in a restaurant and see a 2005 white wine, your opt to say, gee, it's probably over the hill, but not Riesling.
Not even close.
No, this has got such depth.
Yeah, it's got so many nuances and so many different flavors of white peach
At this
and
price, this is
nectarine and
actually really
apricot.
ridiculous. For $15.99 on the shelf, first of all, it's more than that on the shelf, and it's $6.99 for an Auslese.
I know those are typically $25-$30. Now this is not a renowned producer, but it's still an Auslese and it's still Peace Porter Mickelsburg, which is again a single vineyard. And,
That's amazing.
yeah, it really is.
I mean, you could have this as an aperitif, you could have it as a dessert wine almost, and you could serve it with a meal.
Here it is, acid, like got really phenomenal
It
acid,
is.
and it doesn't taste sweet.
And it's 9% alcohol. This is a 96 for me.
Yeah, I'm
This
right
is
there.
too good. I mean, really, it's too good.
$6.99, is that all it is?
I can't believe that. I'll let you have it, Ed, for $6.49.
You heard it here, guys. You can get it for $6.49 too.
That's the
Just
classic series.
tell me what
Hey,
the Ed-
wait,
the
wait,
Ed
wait,
discount.
That's the classic series for August.
Of what year?
I don't know.
That is really